So the first story is, I have 3 here. We can do 3, but we're going to talk about Elon Musk and what he has to say to McDonald's.
Let's go, Elon.
Let's go. On Tuesday, it says Elon Musk encourages McDonald's to accept Dogecoin. The real question is, why don't they just make like Clown Coin or like...
Well, Burger King...
McDonald's coin. Yeah, they should have King Coin. Burger King should have King Coin. No, but
Burger King, they said every time you buy a meal for them, so one of their burger meal combos, every time you buy it from them, you get basically a Bitcoin.
What?
Yeah.
Miracle,
that was like
Miracle, you are wrong. You're not
they give you 48 grand worth of money.
No, they like legit, like it was like a whole advertising thing where they're like,
do it. It's not a Bitcoin.
It's not a Bitcoin. Well, it's like basically it's one of their Bitcoins because they're trying to make it.
I'll give you an example of You're a marketing guy.
Yeah.
So there's a skate company, like there's a wax company called J-Wax in Europe, and they have a
name.
They have they were doing an advertisement right now because like skating, you grind rails and stuff like that. And they did a thing where like when Bitcoin fell, where it's like need wax to slide down there, and it's literally you're grinding down a Bitcoin, like the map as it's going down. And then they sold the wax in Bitcoin. Like it's like instead of $15, it's like 0.00000.81 or 0.18 Ethereum.
Why is everyone a memer now?
It's how you market, man.
Everyone's like either a concerned nana or like a memer.
Have you seen that the meme? It's a meme of a meme where it's like it's a job it's a job opening, and it says $60,000 to $75,000 a year to create memes for a company, and it says don't ever let your parents tell you let your parents tell you to give up on your dream.
I quit. Dude, I really miss days where like Elon was like a little mysterious and like, didn't get enough of him.
Yep.
But now that we're getting to meet him, he's just like
says I will eat a Happy Meal on TV if McDonald's accepts Dogecoin.
Why does he push Dogecoin?
I have no idea.
It's such a bad crypto.
We're almost
fine.
Yep. So it says Billy Marcus, the creator of Dogecoin, replied to a McDonald's tweet with a photo showing fries last week by saying, "I want a fry." McDonald's then responded to Marcus's tweet with a photo of Shiba. How do you pronounce that one? Is that Shiba? I always forget.
Shiba Inu.
That's the mascot. Yeah. It says Elon, the CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, tweeted on Tuesday, "I will eat a Happy Meal if McDonald's accepts Dogecoin." McDonald's has yet to respond to Musk's tweet or answer the request for comment from Insider on the issue. After Marcus tweeted last week, another person quoted McDonald's, "If you guys accepted Dogecoin payments, I would go more often." McDonald's replied, "We appreciate hearing your interest and continuously evaluate the payments experience." That's the most corporate answer ever.
He's definitely the new Warren Buffett. You know how in the past, like if Warren Buffett buys this thing, it just goes up, X up. He's like the Warren Buffett of crypto. It's
he kind of is. Well, he's as much his own advertiser as he is.
But anything he says either like raises or destroys the market. It's crazy.
Yep. I mean, he does that on purpose, right? Like a lot of people bought in when he did Saturday Night Live. Like a
lot of people sold.
But I mean, like after like sold off, right? So it's.
Dude, I'll never forget hearing someone on the phone telling their friend to be like, "Dude, dump thousands on Doge right now.
Yeah.
Like it's just going to the moon." And literally the next day, tanked.
Yeah.
I just bought like into more like after the recent thing. Like I don't know shit about. I buy and hold with crypto.
That's the way you should have. It's like generational wealth. It's for your kids.
I buy I don't make a lot of money, so I buy little bits at a time and just do what I can. And I don't know why he's pushing coins like this, but I don't. Do you think it's like financially motivated? Do you think he's doing
obviously? Obviously he owns like a F ton. I'm being so good today. An F ton of like stuff. He's obviously like influencing it.
He can raise it and lower it at his will.
I feel like within our lifetime we're gonna see him like get into like a real lawsuit about like rigging markets. Like,
really?
For real. Because I don't feel like he's like, I mean I don't know how deep into this we want to get, but like he doesn't seem to be like a Warren Buffett, like a guy that's like really like inside with all the good and bad boys.
Yeah.
Like he just seems to be like a memer who does his stuff, and like I don't think he's gonna have the protections he thinks he does.
We'll see. My favorite meme of all time is this. It's a meme of it's a prize list from a tabletop gaming tournament, and it's from like the late 90s or early 2000s, right? And it says like first place is $800, second place is $500, third place is $100, fourth and fifth place 25 Bitcoins each.
Damn.
Can you imagine if those people still had their logins?
Oh my god!
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
So. I hope so.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
I hope that happens.
I don't know. I get a kick out of Musk. He's I will always like his because he keeps.
I like him
he
too.
He keeps things interesting. I would rather if life is going to be happening the way it's happening right now and everything feels like it's falling apart around you. I would at least it be fun. I would at least want it to be funny, and he keeps things. He keeps things interesting to me.
He's such a memer.
He is He is a meme lord. He loves it.
He's the ultimate meme lord that regrew his hair.
Yeah, it's the meme that says when you're so rich your hair grows back.
For real.
He's the best. So I want to talk Mighty Ducks. I was going to wear my jersey today, and I did not do it. But they're replacing Emilio Estevez in this movie, which makes me extremely sad. I think it's because he's the original star of the movie. I think it has to do with COVID and stuff like that. But I won't speculate too much. But I will say that in the realm of like a casting director's work, they did a fairly good job here with who they got. So it says the Mighty Ducks Game Changers TV show has found a new star to replace Emilio Estevez. I think they should have just canceled the show rather than keep doing
it's a crime to do it without him.
Yeah. The Mighty Ducks Game Changers went through a massive change between seasons 1 and 2 when star Emilio Estevez's departure was announced as the face of the franchise and arguably the biggest name attached to the Disney Plus series. Losing Estevez raised the big question of who could possibly fill his shoes, or hockey skates, as the case may be. Now the show has cast none other than Transformers and Jupiter Legacy star Josh Duhamel to replace Estevez. That kind of works. Josh Duhamel can play like middle American dad type, and he was he played one of the military dudes in the Transformers movies. He was in Jupiter's Legacy, which is a Netflix superhero show that was just like this past year.
I think I know who he is, but
he was in a movie called a Nicholas Sparks movie called Safe Haven. I don't know how I know that, but I know that.
Brett secretly reads all the erotic and love novels by himself.
Yeah, that's by myself. I just sit in my room and cry. And
I've had that suspicion for a while.
Exactly. Yeah. But he was also in a show called Las Vegas with James Caan, which from like the early 2000s, which I have a soft spot for. The Mighty Ducks players wind up training under Gary Cole when they have. Did I miss a paragraph here? Yeah. Okay. That's not to say that Duhamel will be playing Gordon Bombay in a recast, so he's not taking over the role. They're far apart in ages, right? So it says, however, THR reports that he has been cast in as the star of season 2 as a former pro hockey player who has become a coach named Gavin Cole. He applies the lessons he learned and teaches from hockey to life and has a knack for inspiring and charming, while also getting intense about training for the Mighty Ducks in the next chapter of the series on Disney Plus. I really would have wished they would have just canceled it. I don't think you need to do this. I say that the casting is good and maybe he can pull it off, but you're going to lose a lot of older fans.
It's like disrespectful.
Somebody like me is not going to watch it, but maybe if you caught enough youth watching it in season 1, like their parents were really big into Mighty Ducks, and then they got the kids watching season 1 and they enjoyed it, you might keep the child audiences for season 2, but you're going to lose. I don't think so. You're going to lose the people my age.
But if you lose the protagonist, it's a harsh one, man.
Yep. How are they going to get rid of him? Is he going to die off screen? Like, what are they going to do? He's like he moved away to go teach the less Mighty Ducks in Ontario, Canada. The replacement of Gordon Bombay with Josh Duhamel's Gavin Cole came after the initial expectation was for Emilio Estevez to return and reprise his role, in which case the story for season 2 undoubtedly would have been quite different. News of his departure came back in November, with initial reports stating that a combination of creative differences and conflict over COVID vaccination requirements were the reasons for Estevez leaving. The actor and executive producer later released a statement with Deadline to clarify the situation from his own perspective, explicitly stating that he is not, quote, anti-vax, and that the reason for his leaving the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, which he was openly enthusiastic about when he explained why he returned to acting, was nothing more than a good old-fashioned contract dispute, and not because of an anti-vax position. He also cited a myriad of creative differences, and even thanked the studio and producers. That sounds like contract, like NDA stuff kicking in there. But it's funny because we've been talking a lot about how COVID is used as like an excuse for everything now. Every time a movie fails, it's because of COVID. Every time Adele has to cancel a show, it's because of COVID. COVID. It's the response. It's what's responsible for everything failing right now.
I wonder what people are gonna do in a couple of years.
It's a built-in excuse for everything that doesn't work.
Basically, they're just gonna be all hermits and have stupid excuses for a disease that may or may not kill you yet.
Yeah, well, eventually people have to go back out in the real world, right? And you can't businesses will use this as an excuse for as long as they possibly can.
And by the real world, we mean the metaverse.
Oh, God help me. There is no COVID in the metaverse. Is there COVID in the metaverse?
There will be.
Nope. It's just called a virus.
It is. So it says, if you haven't already checked out the show that brought the iconic characters from the franchise back to life, you can watch the series on Disney+. I have not watched it. I don't plan to watch it. I just thought it was a bummer because I love Emilio Estevez in that role, and he came back to acting to do this. So the creative differences, if it is indeed creative differences and not the other stuff, must have been very severe.
Yeah. Like to take off a legacy guy like that, especially the Mighty Ducks movies were like legit Americana like piece of cinema.
I know. I'm from Minnesota. I have friends and family that were extras in the movies.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Have a Hawks,
you gotta show me.
I have a Hawks jersey down there with Adam Banks' name on the back that I paid money for.
Dude, the quack.
Yeah?
Quack. That was so. I don't know. When you were a kid, that was so epic.
Wait, no, I didn't pay money for. I had.
You've never seen that movie, Miracle?
I seen clips of it, and then the new remake, or like. Yeah, it's a remake, right?
No, they did 1, 2, and 3.
Continuation.
The TV show came out last year.
Yeah, I watched like a clip of it, and I was like,
It's a had to be there thing. Like it's very much a product of its time.
Jovial 90s.
Yep, it was. The world was good. Clinton was in office. Everything's fine.
Will Smith was getting jiggy with it.
Will Smith was making Big Willie style, and Independence Day was coming out.
Not talking with his wife on a red couch about like their marriage falling apart.
See, that's if anybody needs to be saved right now, it's Will Smith. Like, why do they like every time you see something about it, they're like, why are they still interviewing him?
I think he's the most like fallen celebrity I've seen because
he's about to win an Oscar this year. For
everyone loves
King
Will
Richard.
Smith. Yep. Everyone loves Will Smith.
Yep.
Yeah.
He won an Oscar already, right?
Yeah.
And he was
but he's going to get it for directing this year.
He was the definition of cool.
Yep.
And now
he's just been cut in half.
Like everything.
His kids are insane. His wife is a cheater.
She didn't. It was an entanglement. Okay, it was an entanglement.
Yeah, get the language right.
Yeah.
You think she didn't go for August?
That's some female privilege.
But the fact
right there.
that she like had to make him talk about that in camera, though.
Yeah. He's that meme. That meme will live on forever. He'll probably be able to sell that meme someday of him crying.
He should.
So, one more story that we're finally going to cover because this is the most
polite. Can you do it in the accent?
I'm not going to do the accent. No, I'm not. It says Arnold Schwarzenegger, car accident victim, a huge fan. God bless, but I'm hurting. This really does feel. This really does feel like I love your movies, but oh, my back hurts.
Nice.
Like anybody who says that they don't. If you get into a car accident with like a rich celebrity, if you're telling me your mind doesn't immediately go to huge payout, you're lying. You're lying. One of the people involved in Arnold Schwarzenegger's multi-car wreck couldn't believe her eyes, not only because of the movie
multi-car wreck,
because of the movie stunt-like crash, but because she's a huge fan of his. Habiba Maminova was one of the drivers who had a close encounter with Arnold's SUV in Friday's crash, and she tells TMZ, quote, she felt like she was hallucinating when Arnold exited his Yukon. Habiba says Arnold's one of her favorite actors, and while she says, God bless him, she's painfully aware this wasn't exactly a great way to meet him for the first time. Still, she says she's telling everyone what and who happened.
But come on, that car is not even nearby yours.
This is not the best part. It says, Habiba says she was just doing her job on Friday, driving patients to doctor's appointments.
Oh my God.
When all of a sudden she was smack in the middle of an accident involving a movie star and former governor. She's like, can you imagine, like, he doesn't just hit somebody, he hit somebody who drives less fortunate people to doctor's appointments. She says she was waiting at a red light to turn on Sunset Boulevard when Arnold's SUV collided with a red Prius, and before she knew it, one of Arnold's back tires was smacking into her car, causing a harsh jolt. Habiba said the initial impact was so strong that she thought she broke her spine.
Oh my God.
It's literally this is awful.
Looks like that house remodeling's gonna have to wait.
I hope they're both okay. Like, I hope everyone's okay. But it really does feel like, oh no,
oh my wrist,
it hurts.
Only thing that can help is a little bit of money.
Yeah, like she says she's now experiencing pain in her spine and back and from her shoulder down her left side, and she's getting checked out by a doctor this week. Habiba is concerned about her job moving forward. She says her car is badly damaged, which will make it difficult, if not impossible, to drive patients around town.
Damn, bro. She's asking for a new car, a new back.
She said she's reached out to an attorney for legal advice. Yeah, she's reciting the legal advice in this thing, man, I bet. So it says, as we first told you, law enforcement officials and sources say police believe the accident was Arnold's fault, though he was not ticketed. He's going to pay for this one way or the other. But I was like, can you imagine him, like, she's like, but I have to get this patient to the doctor's office. He's like, oh my God. Why couldn't I have hit like another rich person who would have then, like, we could have then dueled it out. Like, now he's like, the public opinion's way against him in this.
At least he's not Alec Baldwin.
This is true. We avoid that one on here. We don't talk about that one on here.
Yeah.
It's all right.
You're okay, Dane.
Yeah, we haven't talked about
you did a good job.
You did a good job. So I thought that story was just, I can't imagine like him being like, oh my God, she's a fan of mine. And she's like, I need you to sign this. And it's like both an autograph thing and like an admission of guilt. Like, just uses it for both.
Oh my God,
dude. So I don't know. The car accident was like, nobody died, and that's hopefully everyone's okay.
How many people got hurt?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be disrespectful of like the situation. It doesn't say in this article, and I'm not trying to make light of everything. Obviously, a car accident's awful, but I just thought it was crazy. It's like she drives people to the doctor for a living,
and her spine in particular hurts.
Like it's gonna be a rough one for Arnold in this case. So, yeah.
Meh.
If you could get into a car accident with a celebrity, who would it be?
Oh my.
Oh, which one has the most money?
Oh man, Elon. You want to get into a car accident?
No, but Elon's so nice.
Okay. I don't know.
Christopher Walken.
There you go.
Oh God.
I should have been walking, not driving.
What happened to your car?
I don't know. Maybe a celebrity I don't like.
No, it has. I don't know.
It has to be a celebrity I don't like.
It's really a hard question. I'm gonna have to think of it.
Yeah.
I forget. Like I don't remember what I was. It was like it wasn't a YouTube video. It was like a short film where it's like somebody gets into a car accident. All you hear is cha-ching, 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 like as they're hitting.
Oh my God! Imagine
as the car's getting
hit.
Pushed by the other car.
I was part of one of those.
Really?
I mean, literally like 9 cars, like boom, boom, boom.
Oh
boom,
man!
Boom. And my dad like broke just in time to like break the chain. But that person that was responsible for like 9 people's cars getting effed up.
Crazy, dude. So, yeah.
Scary, bro.
It's very scary.
Yeah. So, have you ever been in a car accident?
Yeah.
He just said he had.
No, other than that one.
No, I was in one. I was driving down the highway. And my car literally shot off. I was going 60.
Yeah.
And my car like literally shut off. And I was running and I started spinning.
Oh no.
And I was like, my life is in like God's hands now.
Yeah.
And I avoided every car. And like I'm alive today.
Nice. What about you, Brett?
Before I say it, one of my favorite memes last year is it's a person who like on the seat of a car you see like one of those steering wheel lock things and the steering wheel's gone. It says, Jesus, please stop taking the wheel. I have never been in like a car accident. I have, however, been a witness when I used to drive for a medical supply company. I used to deliver prescriptions to hospice facilities, and I watched a person try to walk across a freeway.
You were almost that lady.
I was almost that lady. I was probably a lot less sympathetic. But I was a guy tries to walk across the freeway at night and hits a motorcycle. A motorcycle hits it head on, and then the motorcycle flips over, and then the guy who's walking gets hit, and then gets hit by the car in front of me.
Oh my God, dude! What a mess!
It was awful.
Why are you walking on the freeway in the middle of the night?
I mean that was one of the.
Are you taking super meth?
I don't.
You should have asked him that.
I'm not going to joke about that one. But yeah, that I experienced that when I was working for a medical supply company, and I still think about that thing sometimes because it's like we'll be on the road, and if anyone knows, if you want to get into a car accident, you should drive with Miracle.
What?
Because she's a fantastic driver.
Well, screw you. I drive pretty okay for life.
This is objectively false information. That's okay. You're young.
Reuters fact check. False.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I did get into a car accident because my car hydroplaned.
She's young. She had not driven on roads for very long. It's okay.
Hydroplaned.
Yep. Well,
Hydroplaned.
you don't turn away from the turn. You turn into the.
I'm staying away from this topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's an inside joke here about Miracle's driving is like an inside joke here. Where we give her crap about it, but we all love her.
Well, I almost hit a deer with my new car.
She did. Like the moment she got a car, and then she texted me on her way home. She's like, almost hit a deer already, and I'm like.
People have warned me so much about that, and I haven't like seen one yet. Like,
no, I'm
not
so
driving.
scared.
Well, you're not here at night usually. They're more prevalent out on the roads here. Like at night, you'll see a lot more of them that time.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I'm so scared now because they jinx me. Both him and Brian jinx me. Like they're like, imagine you just like text Lisa because it's still under Lisa's name. Text her and go like, hey, I hit a deer. Bye.
Yep.
It's under your name.
Yep. So. Yep. So just I'm not too afraid of getting in a car accident as long as I'm with Dane or Nick or just about anyone but Miracle.
Well, no, like Nick does this thing where he does aggressive driving.
Nick is
Just gonna like
Nick
put
is-
everyone's knowledge out there. Like
Yeah.
We're done. We're done.
Sorry.
We're done with the driving stuff. That was fun.
Well, Brett, I want you to drive. Can you get your license?
I got to get my license. I let my license lapse and never it didn't retake. Like I have to retake the test now.
I was 2 days away from that.
Really?
Yeah.
I was. I almost. I didn't have to go do that while I'm here. It's just such a hassle now.
It is.
Like having to go and I'll have to find a place to take the test. I'll have to freaking.
You
Somebody
gotta
needs-
take the driving test
I have to take
again?
the driving test
Oh
again.
my God,
Yeah.
Brett.
Yeah, dude.
I thought it was like the analytical part.
I had to do that in Minnesota. I did. I retook the written test, and then they're like, "Yo, you have to take the because the only reason I retook the written test is because I was told that I was only going to have to retake the written one, and then I would get it
I
back.
think I'd never drive again.
And then I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, but I live where
Give up on driving.
I live where I work. Most of the places I've lived, I didn't need to. Plus, it saves you a lot of money when you don't have to drive.
And you're the God King here.
And it's like, like I said, I've had several jobs that involved driving. So it's like, and all my friends lived at least an hour away from me.
I hate driving.
Like, so it's like now I'm like, for years I took advantage of the fact that I'm like, no, you're coming to pick me up for a while. I did a lot of driving. You guys are going to come pick me up for a while. But I've run out that welcome now. So now I'll have to eventually get my license back. So
I could take you a couple places.
there you go. Thank you. Thank you for that. We love Dane here. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.